Okay, I'm back. Chapter 6, Gratitude and Celebration. Success may be one of the most spiritually fraught experiences we can have. It is easy when things are going well to think that our own skills and talents are the reasons for our good outcomes. Maybe you have seen the quotes floating around that promote believing in yourself and working hard as ingredients for success. She believed she could, and so she did. These are some of the quotes. There is no elevator to success. You must take the stairs. Success is the result of perfection, hard work, learning from failure, loyalty, and persistence. There is some truth to these messages. Success is unlikely without hard work, but the emphasis on success being up to you and only you has a lopsided emphasis on the self. If success is only a function of one person's hard work, then the person who worked hard should get all the credit. Then success happens. But as anyone who has succeeded in work, life, and relationships knows, there are other factors at play in the accomplishments. Rarely an achievement, the result of an individual's hard work alone. Instead, it is usually the result of many people's efforts, including supporters, collaborators, cheerleaders, and vision casters, not to mention adventurous circumstances, advantageous circumstances. Success is never the result of the self alone, but of God's ability to do in and through us what we could not do by ourselves. For we know that through Christ all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. John 1:3. And that from him and through him and to him all are all things. Romans 11:36. The all things to which these verses refer include our successes at work. Instead of running with the idea that our hustle and hard work will save the day, it may be better to say she believed she couldn't, and so God did. Success, the work of God. For the Christian, success depends on the work of God. Did you see that in the scripture above? All things were made through Christ. Everything we have, see, use, and enjoy is a result of Christ working in our world. We are all instruments and conduits of the divine designer. We are vessels through which the power of God is at work in the world. And yet when we do well at work, when we get a positive performance appraisal, when we win the contract, when our project is selected to move forward, when our artwork is commissioned, when our students score well, it is easy to reflect on our own skills and talents in the success and to forget to give credit to God. This tendency is both so common and problematic. God warned the Israelites about it as they were preparing to enter the promised land. In Deuteronomy 8:11-17, it says, "Be careful that you do not forget the Lord your God, failing to observe his commands, his laws, and his decrees that I am giving you this day. Otherwise, when you eat and are satisfied, when you build fine houses and settle down, and when your herds and flocks grow large, and your silver and gold increase, and all you have is multiplied, then your heart will become proud, and you will forget the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery." Scripture reminds us that God is the source of everything good, and it warns us against the sin of pride, against forgetting the Lord in the midst of success. The ways we are gifted, the experiences we go through, and the skills we develop along the way are all a reflection of God's generosity. God gave you abilities, opportunities, and even gumption you have to work. God placed the people with whom you work and responsibilities you have in your life there on purpose. Your work and your success are not merely a result of your hard-won efforts. Everything we have, everything we are, everything in our lives, it all comes from Christ. That means our breath, our minds, our strength, our abilities to do our job well, and the projects and tasks we complete. They are all the result of God working in you, through you, and for you. Responding to success. So what should we do in response to success? What is the proper and reverent reaction to God's actions in and through us? First, we give thanks. Over and over and over, the scriptures model this attitude for us. Give thanks for the Lord. The Lord's love endures forever. Give thanks to the good things God has done. Give thanks for God's presence with us. Give thanks for all the good gifts come down from the Father. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks. Psalms 106, 107, 118, 136, and James 1 through 117. In fact, of giving thanks, we express our gratitude outwardly, consciously affirming God's blessings and others' contributions to our lives. Doing this can help us to avoid hubris and instead develop appropriate humility. By acknowledging that we are not the masters of our own fate and that the blessings in our lives have come as a result of grace, we take a stance against pride and push back the lie that we alone are responsible for the many good things found in and around our lives. Fully living in the roles and responsibilities we have outside of work is another antidote to the pride and hubris that success can breed. Many high-powered, accomplished professionals also have to soothe babies in the night, drive in the school carpool, and help their kid with homework at the end of the day. Technology executive Sheryl Sandberg humorously describes having to call her husband, who was out of town, to find out that her kids needed in their school lunches since he was the one who normally packed the lunch. Also, she had to call her husband, who was out of town, to find out what goes in the kids' lunches. Sorry about that. Since he was the one who normally packed them. As Al Erisman, former Boeing executive, said after a successful overseas conference where he was cheered for his contributions to the conference community, "When I get home, I will still have to take out the trash." I love that. We'll stop here for now, and the next video we'll pick up on page 107, Gratitude and Serve.